Narcissists are addicted to looking for love. They'll look for it in many forms, but mostly it manifests in some perversion of romantic love. They spend their time and a great deal of energy pursuing a fantasy of superior desirability. They indulge in a daily, relentless search for other people to reflect how desirable they are. Their idea of love is not mere attention they can get from others, and not necessarily just a single person, but it bleeds over to everyone they encounter. And even their interactions with family have an undertone of incest. Like addicts, narcissists never stop, not for a day or an hour or a minute. Everything for them is about getting admiration. But it goes even deeper to some base level of romantic love. And as with any addiction, they've crossed a line, unable to find any real satisfaction in the substance or behavior they crave. They're not seeking ordinary love, but some bizarre form of fantastical romance, usually shared only with other addicts. Addicts feed off each other's cravings like two Skid Row drunks out searching for a bottle together, and no closer friendship exists than that. When ordinary people don't respond to their advances, narcissists punish and sabotage because anger and criticism is better to them than no reaction at all. Narcissists are all about looking for love, and they need to hit a bottom for them to be there to be any hope for them at all. If we're critical or derogatory towards narcissists, they just dismiss us as not understanding them, just as people who demonize alcohol are laughed at by drinkers. Narcissists will pursue yoga and meditation groups and try the Course on Miracles, but these won't work for narcissists. I've been working on this theory for a few years, and if I'm right, the 12-step recovery model should work for them, rather than the psychotherapeutic model, which requires behavioral modification. They'll come to therapy to pick up some tips and tricks on how to attract people, but quickly tire of any therapy not designed to make them more magnetic. It's like alcoholics who come to AA for tips on how to make drinking work for them. They don't stay when they find out they must quit completely, put the plug in the jug, and flush the wacky tobacco down the toilet. So if we truly love narcissists, we must allow them to suffer the consequences of their own addiction. As in Al-Anon, we also must voluntarily quit the behavior too, in order to be of moral support to those who really have to quit. Enabling them only makes them sicker until they completely end the behavior. And helping them endure the addiction will only hurt you, and it makes God mad, because you're interfering with what God's doing to them. And it's a fearsome thing to be tickled by the living God. Otherwise, we're merely enabling their addiction and helping to keep them sick. So let me know what you think. Feel free to comment below. Oh, you want to hear something interesting about narcissism? I was one of the people that U.gov was polling last year. We got several questionnaires a week. And they had some really extensive questionnaires about whether people suffered from poverty due to race or environmental factors or genetics. And on more than 3 occasions, when you said you were excited about a Trump victory and that he'd be putting people back to work, U.gov asked you to say whether or not you were a narcissist. There was a box to check. I am a narcissist, yes or no? Couldn't believe it. They really believe that we're supposed to prop up people who are struggling rather than point them towards quitting their addictions. I've had many mental health professional prominent people tell me to my face that addicts simply must pursue their addictions because it helps them cope. And that's so wrong, because no addict is anywhere near happy. They're suffering mightily, no matter that you may be fooled by them. And don't feel badly about getting fooled by addicts. It's what they do. They're really good at it. So thanks for letting me share. I really needed to hear someone say this today, even if it was just me. Please comment.